Hey everyone, we just wanted to come on and just kind of discuss the recent passing of Chadwick Boseman, who was a staple and representation for the Black community in what he did, not only in his film and acting career, but even outside of that, and how he really was a hero to young kids, girls and boys, and just kind of set a foundation of just giving inspiration to young kids who could see people who look like them be in a positive light. And to find out about his passing and his battle that he had with colon cancer and the fight that he pushed and endured through during the 4 years that from when he was diagnosed, I just thought was so remarkable and admirable, and just wanted to kind of show that respect and talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, just a huge loss for the Black community in 2020. Another huge loss. And with him, he played so many historical figures as well in his time, from James Brown to Jackie Robinson, and then the first Black superhero on a major level in Black Panther, and then him being in Avengers as well as, again, the only Black superhero in that movie. So it's just like crazy to know that he was battling cancer the whole time while he was filming those movies, and nobody knew. And then it's like the work ethic that he had to have to put in to do those movies on top of having cancer. It's just mind-blowing, and to me it's like it just makes him a legend, forever. It's just crazy that in these times that he would pass. So it's kind of eerie, to think about it with everything that's going on in 2020 and it happening when it did. But definitely wanted to, like Crystal said, pay our respects to Chadwick Boseman and just his legacy that he's leaving behind. So all the kids in the next generation will have a Black superhero that they can look up to, that they can go and buy an action figure off the shelf and play with it. I know I didn't. All my action figures was white. So, I had a few that were white. I'm just playing. But, to have a real Black superhero action figure to just have, this not Superman, Batman, or any other men. This is
The Black Panther.
Right, the Black Panther.
The Black Panther. And like he said, and I just kind of, even from my side, I went even deeper and just kind of did a little bit more research on his career in general, and just realizing that when he found out, I don't know the time and everything, but it's like Black Panther was released 2018, and that he's been doing films. He had his career really kick off in 2013, and then from there it was like when that role hit, and it's like for 7 years, and I found that very ironic too, just the fact that 7 years like of completion in what we represent, or what that number represents. And so in the 7-year time span of his career, he did all of that. But we recently just watched a movie with him, and I was just watching the scenes, and with fighting and all this stuff, it's just like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, he was fighting literally with for his life, and all of this. And it just made me think, like, okay, he was probably like 37 around the time when things started picking up and doing his career full out. And it's like we kind of at our age can be real hard on ourselves on just like where we are and what point. I'm like, well, he did that, and in 7 years he had a representation of so many, like Tony said, iconic figures of the Black community, and was able to represent them in film on that kind of level that is huge. And it's just like, even at that age, and so it's like legacy is, is there, has been planted, and we just realize, and kind of it encourages me, and I believe you too, I hope, that it's just like, here we are, we have our own goals and ambitions, and that's sure, I'm sure you all do as well. And it's like, it doesn't matter what age you're at, what you're going through, what, like they said, stage 3 when he found out, like, I'm just like, it's no excuse to not just push and fight for your dreams, or just make a statement in what you believe in, and what you're representing, and just reaching those goals. He could have stopped. He could have said, I'm just going to take this time to be with family and friends, and just, live out my years that I have. But instead, he's like, no, I'm going to do this. I'm going to portray these I'm going to act. I'm going to make these films and these movies, and be an example, and just live his life.
Yeah.
Live his life.
What I think is kind of cool is that he, like, every movie that he did, the major ones at least, could have been his last, in his mind at least, or realistically. So I'm just like, first of all, I also wonder what movies he got coming out that we don't know is probably going to come out, that he probably already shot, because he probably did do that.
Probably did.
But just thinking about, every day, every time he was on set, every time he was working, every press tour, every interview, like, everything that he was doing could have been his last. And so it's just inspirational to just, live your life like that to an extent. Not, be like YOLO, like, doing crazy stuff, but being responsible, and just like going hard for everything that you believe in, and everything that all your dreams that you wanted to achieve. And I'm sure that he was doing that on a daily. I mean, what more pinnacle could you reach than being the first black superhero? So, rest in peace to Chadwick Boseman.
Yes.
T'Challa, King T'Challa.
Yes.
And all the other roles that he got a chance to play in. Wakanda forever.
Wakanda forever.
Rest in peace.